we almost there yet?
Probably like another 5 minutes or something.
Check it out.
What's happening? What's happening, naughties? As you might know from my previous video, my cousin Demon and I were playing Beavis and Butthead roles in the infamous scene from the 1996 Beavis and Butthead Do America movie, including this scene where Beavis is stripping out his head off on the peyote mushroom. Mushroom? It was a cactus. Now we're going to compare it to the original. I'm gonna explain how filming it almost got us in trouble with the NATO military, yeah. And I'm gonna uncover some of the behind the scenes and explain how we did it. So let's get started. Straight out of the gate you can see that we've been filming this scene with a drone, and here you can actually see the remote. I did my best trying to hide it in the post-production, but to be honest with you, I failed miserably. It didn't look good. I wonder how many people actually noticed. We were super lucky to find this great spot. Really nice desert, kind of resembles what Beavis and Butthead went through.
Meanwhile, I was lucky. Demon agreed to actually filming this for like 4 or 5 hours straight in the desert sun.
Oh yeah, if you don't like our acting, at least you gotta appreciate this sun scene. Come on, it was shot perfectly. No debate about it. I said no debate, no debate!
The sun sucks.
So here's the first scene. I decided to cut out.
Cut it out, butthole.
Because frankly, we didn't have any trained birds around. Any birds, for that matter. Only some annoying flies, which kinda sucked.
Now, let's get this military situation out of the way, shall we? For that, we need to talk a little bit about the filming location. Some of you might know by now that we're filming on the Fuerteventura island. What you definitely don't know is that unknowingly we somehow drove into the military area because the filming location was pretty much surrounded by the military area. After we realized that we're gonna get stuck in the sand there, we turned around and drove back the way we came from. And that's when we noticed a suspicious black SUV started following us. And remember, this is in the desert, in the middle of nowhere. So as we stopped at the very next beach, this SUV parked not far from our car, but nobody got out from it. My cousin Demon was pretty sure it was the military checking on us, but luckily that was the end of the story.
Hey, Butthead. Isn't there supposed to be, like, water and cactuses?
So here, because fortunately there were no peyotes around, I had to put a banana in this little spiky thing over there. I think it kind of worked. I definitely didn't want to bite into this spiky plant, whatever it's called. I don't know. I'm not a native. Help me out here.
Check it out.
Here you can see my artistic skills. Let me know what you think though. Some of the scenes are cut differently than the original. The reasons for that being
Are we gonna die?
we didn't have enough footage to choose from, and the audio that we used
Probably.
was completely from the original movie.
Whoa. I think my life is like flashing in front of my eyes.
In the beginning, I didn't know actually what kind of audio we're gonna use. Are we gonna do the dubbing ourselves? In the end, I ended up using the original audio, and that's why the audio didn't really match always to what we were speaking. So I kind of had to do some compromise by cutting it or maybe slowing down the video. Didn't always work, but let me know what you think. I left my webcam on and it was on record. My cousin though didn't know that it's recording, so he just started doing this random weird dance. I don't know how old this video is, like 10 plus years old. Super funny. Here's another piece of it. This is actually how it starts. It makes me laugh every time.
Whoa. My life was cool.
Yeah, here's another place where I used a jump cut. The reasons for that being we tried to use a drone for these kind of scenes, but it didn't really work well. The wind was really strong. In addition to that, it was kind of hard to control the drone with one hand while trying to also act. In the end, we shot this with a camera holding it in our hands. Sometimes you gotta improvise.
Wait a minute. I think I'm seeing something too. It's like a really long time ago. Yeah, this is gonna be cool.
Oh yeah, this scene. I spent almost 2 days mostly editing. Filming was pretty fast. It was quite spontaneous. I didn't know until the very end what I'm gonna do with this scene. I was considering just keeping it as it is. But then I found my hoodie and then I figured I can use this for my schedule here.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I scored.
but even though it's still not done perfectly, and also when I was sticking this pen up my nose, I stuck it a bit too much, so I had to play around with it and created small boogers that were falling off from my nose, which I think actually worked out pretty well. My friends liked this scene the most from the entire sketch, so I don't know, what do you think?
Hey, Butthead, I'm starting to feel weird. I think I'm freaking out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the trippy mescaline part. Here, as Beavis departs on his trip, I gave myself freedom to play around a bit and create my own world of insanity. Besides, I wouldn't be able to recreate whatever Beavis saw anyway, but hey, I tried my best. Also, stay in school, kids, and don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Here, in my opinion, Kiros nails the scene with the devil.
Oh yeah, if you want to see some fun outtakes from this and other scenes, make sure to watch till the end.
Oh yeah, the volcano eruption. Actually, if you look closely over here, you can see the volcano erupting actually with pieces of hot lava, so it's actually burning, and like Beavis would say, fire! Actual kind of fire. And yes, this is our own footage from the La Palma Island in the Canary Islands. My cousin and I have been there just prior to the Fuerteventura Island, and my god, it was an intense experience. We have a lot of stories to tell actually, so I'm gonna do this in the future videos because definitely there's not enough time for this now.
Now, I believe Stella here is solely responsible
for this spike in my stats. So viewership, as you can see, goes here through the roof over 200%. So this means people are going back and reviewing this scene over and over and over again. I can frankly understand why. Also, I don't want to downplay Devil's performance, of course. Fun fact, with the devil scenes, we actually had to film them remotely over Telegram with a camera on one phone pointing on the screen of another phone. You can imagine the quality of the picture that I was getting. Trying to direct my friends and tell them what to do, but also give them a lot of freedom, and I think it worked out pretty well. They seem to have enjoyed it as well, and it was fun for me too, and it was a quite interesting experience.
Vote in the comments on who you think causes turbulence here.
Yeah, this is one of the few scenes that wasn't actually filmed by me. It's from one of my favorite movies. Can you tell which one? Although I did kind of specify it in the description, so anyway. This scene with Rob/White Zombie himself driving this car should be seen a lot. It's from one of his music videos. I think it's from Dragula. Funny thing is, it kind of matches to the original Beavis and Butthead trippy scene, as you can see here. Anyway, I think he's a really cool artist. He's got some skill. Another scene from one of the Rob Zombie music videos is this ass scene, which I love so much I just had to include it.
For the trip sequence I was fooling around a lot and I was going for the 90s look and feel.
In the original, you can see here the monster closes his eyes to open them up to the world of insanity. In my version though, I'm swallowing the viewer, and you can see two other parts of the human body are opening to let the viewer out. Next scene, it's also me. I might be not butthead, but I got my butt hurt jumping out of the car, and nobody else was in the car, in case you were wondering. And as you can see here, I actually was kind of close fracturing my foot. That was pretty damn stupid.
I'm also driving in this next car jump scene over here.
This is just some information for you in case we end up in a situation where you need to ask me for a lift, just so you know. Do you know what I like? I like the fact that the sound from the original movie worked out perfectly with the car landing. Beautiful. Oh, the sky scene. Actually, it looks pretty simple, but I worked on it quite a lot.
It consists out of three parts: the ground, the sky from the same picture, and the night sky to top it all up with some gradient applied.
That's pretty much it. What did we learn? I learned some filming, directing, and editing. Still have a lot to learn, obviously. You? Probably nothing, but I hope you enjoyed it at least a little bit. But more exciting stuff is coming in the future, definitely. Especially this trip to the active volcano. Do you want to say something else? No.
Yeah, more crazy stuff is coming.
Cool.
My life, блядь.
Like and share the video.
Wait.
Catch new episodes for free only on YouTube.
Whoa. My life is cool.